Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Libris. I know it's been some time since my last video and there's going to be some more time before being able to review an English book as I haven't had much time to read during the past few weeks. I've only read a short collection of short stories from a fantasy world in Greek. This is the book. The ones of you who can speak Greek, you can easily read the book, or and it's a collection of short stories from a fantastic world that a Greek writer has created. Series 1 Eftimia is one of the best Greek fantasy writers, and she's a friend, so I might be prejudiced, but I consider her to be one of the very best writers of fantasy in Greece. So it's this collection of short stories. The title in Greek is Through the Glass, and some other stories from not so finished turns. It's fantasy. It's there's magic. There are people and races and traditions, and not, I wouldn't say it's a heroic or epic fantasy, but it's a very human kind of fantasy. It will remind you of tales of maybe not exactly fairy tales, but tales for adults, that is. And in all those tales, it is the human nature that pervades everything through the ages and eras that that the writer describes. Anyway, a fine collection of stories. I hope you can enjoy it in English sometime, but even if you're just learning Greek, give this book a try. It's beautifully written, and it has nice maps and stuff like any good fantasy book. Anyway, that's what I've been reading. Fortunately, not much, that is, but I've been busy on another project. As you may have known, at least the ones of you who follow me in various social media and or, follow my blog, I am into world building. I love role-playing games, and I have the at least I have the ambition of setting up my own setting for role-playing. And it was not even a month ago that I came across this very useful tool, and I think it's a tool that it has been missing from the role-playing, not only role-playing, from the fantasy, the world-building community in general. It is a tool, an online tool that a couple from London, Dimitris, yes, he's a Greek too, and Janet have created, and it is a tool that allows you to organize and put into paper, well, not into paper, into computer obviously, but it allows you to organize your world and start really writing it in a coherent and easily accessible way. Its article is one element of your world, and it can be many things. In the tool there are provisions for almost everything: persons, locations, buildings, traditions, organizations like empires, kingdoms, stuff like that, for rules, for books, for anything you can imagine. There is timeline, of course, and there are maps. You can upload your maps and you can pin them. Of course, it's in a beta form. Some features are in alpha form, but I can assure you with my experience in Gulbin that it delivers as promised. And I would love to see this tool expanding and becoming a normal version, let's say, getting into a stable version gathering around it the whole world building and fantasy community. It is great for amateurs like me that we haven't had the chance to work with professionals and organize our worlds and write it down in a professional way and annotate it and stuff like that. You can do it. You can do everything easily with this tool. The interface is super intuitive. You want in like 5 or 10 minutes you will start writing down your world, and no more loose notes and text files everywhere in the computer, in the cloud and stuff like that. There is one place, everything organized, and everything can be cross-referenced, so it's like hypertext stuff like that. It works in this sense, so you can easily, with a few clicks, you can go from one place of your world to the other and see many details about persons, locations, stories, whatever you can think of. It's there, and the level of detail that has been incorporated is amazing. You can go as detailed in your descriptions as you want. I mean, you have to see it to believe it. Anyway, there will be links in the description for World Anvil, and please visit their site. And if you think it's worth it, I totally recommend it. Consider supporting Dimitri and Janet so they can bring more awesomeness to this project. You can support them through Patreon, and you will find more details in the site of World Anvil. But the really good news is that we've got World Anvil 2017, which is create your world in no less than 6,000 words. That's our target, and publish it, of course. It's going to be public, and everyone can see it and share it with the rest of us, with the community of World Anvil. And so how can you do it? Well, it's going to be an open beta for at least the next 5 or 10 days. I'm not sure. Go into World Anvil, check the details. There's also a video on YouTube describing the rules and stuff like that. There will be links in the description, so go join World Anvil and show us your creation, show us your world. Let me give you a preview of my world. Yes, that's it. Astral Empires. You see the description with a nice image, and that's the way the material is organized. But don't just take my word for granted. Go check it out. Go create your own worlds, and if you think you have something nice to share with the rest of us, please go and participate in World Anvil. There's also a very active Discord community where many questions, answer, features and stuff like that are discussed. So join the community and get to know the world. So that's all for now. It was really a short episode. I'm sorry for that, but I hope the info in this episode was very valuable to some of you. That's all for now. Bye bye till the next episode.